Hello, this is my FMK 9C1G2 and here are my thoughts on it. First off, I recommend you change out the sights because the stock sights are plastic. I got this one and a matching one for 30 bucks, and I just added this one to contrast the sights. Try to get in between. Pew, pew, pew. Like that. I think the orange looks nice, personally. I do want to get a better one because it is kind of cheap. It was 11 bucks. But this is how you take the gun apart. Pull the slide back, pinch the sides, hold the trigger down, and it slides out just like that. One of the first modifications I did to it was changed out the recoil spring, because I've heard from a lot of people that it tends to be on the weaker side, so I just got a Glock 19 one. This is a 15-pound spring. I did get an 18-pound spring, but since it sticks out a little bit and it's kind of always under tension, it does affect the weight a little bit more, so I got a lighter one, and this feels more of a 18-pound. If you get the actual 18-pound, it feels a lot heavier, like a 20-pound spring, but I'm still learning, so excuse me if I say anything improper. But what I've done to it, I've polished the rails on the inside and the out, like in here and on this. I've also polished the trigger so it could be as smooth as possible, since it is a little gritty, and I removed the Cerakote from it because it is a little on the thick side and it tends to rub off either way, so I removed it altogether. I do use grease. I don't use the oil because, I don't know, I've heard it's better and it feels better, and I don't like the oil getting pissy everywhere since it tends to leak out over time. You can also use motor oil from what I've heard. I removed the spring behind the trigger. You can see this is a trigger spring, and there's a spring right here for the dropout safety mag. I recommend you do it, but I can't show you how to do it because that's a no-no on the YouTube. I also polished these rails. Highly recommend you do that since they are a little rough. The gun overall, in my opinion, has been really good. It is a sub $300 gun, so there's a little bit of kinks in the gun, but overall it does do its job. But as you can see, drop free mags. This one tends to get a little stuck. It's the only one that gets a little stuck, but all the other ones tend to drop free. It's not loaded, as you can see, and overall I'm pretty happy with the purchase. You know, it's not a Glock, but it's as close as you could get. It's not cheap. It's not like a High Point where the thing rattles. You could hear. It's a really solid gun, and personally I recommend it. Haven't fired the gun yet because I haven't had time to go to the range, but I will make an update video as soon as I can. But that's my experience with the FMK. Is I recommend it. I recommend you try to find these magazines because they are a little expensive. They run you like 40 bucks from the manufacturer, and these are 10 round because I do live in California. And one thing I noticed, the one that came with the gun says FMK, but these that I got from Turner's do not. So I have no idea if they're even made by FMK or I don't know, but that's just something I just noticed. But thank you, and I'll try to get an update video soon.